Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you know me, then you know that I love myself a good indie video game, and mouthwashing ended up being right up my alley. As soon as I saw Anya in the game, I knew that she was going to be my favorite character, and I actually remember the fan art I saw of her on X. However, back then I didn't even know about the game yet and just liked it because I thought it was a fan art of Shelley Duvall. Now she does look like her a lot, and other people have been pointing that out too, so at least I'm not the only one. And with that, let's just get started. Pretty much from the get-go I knew that I wanted to have a bust shot of Anya looking troubled, just like she does in the game. Originally, I didn't plan on drawing her naked, but since I draw the characters' bodies under their clothes anyway first, I decided that this would actually look kinda cool. It makes everything feel a bit more raw and emotional in a way. While sketching, I made a little mistake and lost some of the footage, which is not great, but at least now I had figured out where I wanted to go with this. I was planning to play around with lighting in this to make it look more dramatic, but I wasn't sure how I was going to do that yet. However, more on that later. These downturned eyes look so pretty and I'm happy I managed to not mess them up. Normally I draw eyes pretty cat-like, so this was new to me. But I like the way it looks and this design choice fits her perfectly. Her and Curly are probably my favorites if I had to choose. I just have a soft spot in my heart for constantly nervous characters like her. As you can see, I was doing line art now and tried to work on the hair. It actually gave me a pretty hard time. When a character has spiky hair and I try to draw it, I always feel like it doesn't look as effortless and cool as it's supposed to look. Somehow my drawings always end up looking like those characters in a how to draw manga book your relatives would give you for Christmas. You know the ones. I had my fair share of these as a kid, and even back then I looked at them and thought, is this really going to help me improve? I'm pretty sure someone at an office just hired someone who knew nothing about manga and just tried their best. Actually, I could really get lost on this topic, but I'll just end this rant here. Now that I think about it, I should probably get my hands on this legendary book and do a video on it. There's actually a pretty interesting story behind this, and if you would like to see me make a video on this, then please leave a comment. So yeah, now I was choosing the base colors for my drawing and I was planning on placing the light on top later. So first I did that, and I chose to put the important phrase, "I hope this hurts," in the background. If you know, you know. It was supposed to look like a computer error, but I'm not sure you can tell. Then I shaded the eyes so I could get ready to place the shadows cast on the skin. I knew that I would have to do this in a more detailed way, because the piece is supposed to look dramatic. Therefore I didn't use cell shading and blended more, I guess. I'm not sure what you would call this, to be honest. She was also supposed to have dark circles under her eyes at first, but every time I tried it, it didn't look right, so eventually I just gave up. Just the shadows will be fine too. For the hair, I didn't want to make it too shiny like my usual drawings, but first I had to place the shadows to know how I would go about the highlights. I drew them on white first so I could get everything sorted out, so don't worry, it won't stay like this. It just would have been way too harsh. It's hard to tell here, but the highlights plus the lighting was hard for me to figure out. A lot of my struggle didn't get recorded, but trust me when I say that it was hard. It really showed me that I have to do another dedicated drawing to coloring light, just so I can improve. But for now, this is as good as it's gonna get. Originally I wanted Anya to be lit by the emergency red lights too, but that proved too complicated. But in the end, it's one of the rare instances where I actually feel somewhat satisfied with my art. What do you think? In case you were wondering why I sound so strange, I think I'm getting sick. Next video will be better, I promise. But first I have to get over this. I'm at that stage right now where your throat just kinda hurts and you feel weak. I'm sure we've all been there. You just know you're gonna get sick and you try to mentally prepare for it. If you liked this video, however, I would love for you to check out my socials in the description and my Patreon, where I post extra stuff that isn't on the other platforms. Thank you so much for watching, and take care!